You know, my gorgeous Virgo, how interesting what is actually going to happen at the beginning of this week. It's to do with somebody who is very close to you, very important to you, like a best friend or like a family member, somebody who you get on with like there is no tomorrow, somebody who you understand so much, and somebody who understands you so much. Whether this is like a great friend, whether this is your partner, whether this is your family member, but it's just about a very bad and negative situation that person is going through, and that person has been going through for a while now, and you know about this, you're aware about this. And if you were not aware about this, you're going to become aware about this like at the beginning of this week. So it's to do with somebody very special, somebody prominent in your life, going through something so difficult, so dark and so negative, and you will see what that person is going to do and how that person is going to deal with this, with some kind of very difficult and heavy problem. And what does that have to do with you? Well, it's something that it's going to inspire you so much when it comes to that particular person. You're going to understand exactly what do you need to do in order to deal with some kind of stress and some kind of pressure that you've been dealing with for so long now, my gorgeous Virgolini. You will be able to understand through what this person has done, and you will be able to match this to something when it comes to your specific situation. So on one hand, you will know exactly what to do with some kind of a stress that you've been going through for a while now, and also there is some kind of inspiration that you're actually going to have as well. This person is going to play an important role when it comes to you being inspired by something that person has done or that person is doing, and later on, couple of days after that moment in time, you are going to find yourself at the right place at the right time. You're going to be on your way like to the shop and you're going to end up in the gym, or you're going to be on your way to the forest and you're going to end up in the swimming pool or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be like very much so an interesting turn of events, and you're gonna find yourself somewhere like completely unplanned. And this is so important for you to understand, because this is where the big destiny mama, it's about to kick in. Just remember what I said before: destination. So it's not like, oh my god, I've just found myself in a really weird place, blah blah blah. No baby, no, it was meant to happen, it was meant to be that way. So why am I trying to say here? That you're going to find yourself at the right place at the right time in a completely spontaneous way, and there is a special reason for it, because you're going to come across something, you're going to discover something, you're going to make a really big discovery, you're going to come across this situation, you're going to be looking at like maybe few different people or a couple of different people, what they're doing, what they're planning, what they're talking about, but something is going to really get your attention, and there is something really specific that you are going to discover here, and it's a lot to do with like a limitless potential. And what this limitless potential has got to do with your life, where it's bringing a really big clarity. This is like, gonna make you extremely excited. This is going to make you feel so happy, and on one hand it's going to put you in a mode where you're going to realize already you're going to feel so much lighter, like a free spirit. This is your sign and indication that this is something that is going to make you free, and it's going to pretty much so going to be talking to your free spirit within you, and it's going to lead towards you not only feeling so excited, but at the same time it's going to lead towards you kind of like a really knowing exactly, like, you're gonna feel like, oh my god, now this is bringing a clarity into your life, power. It's gonna make you feel like instantly creative, but also you're gonna see like, what, you're gonna feel like, oh my god, now it's time for action, baby. Now it's time for action. Not only this is bringing clarity, as I said to you, like with what you want to do, but at the same time it's gonna bring so much confidence into your life. This is is absolutely brilliant, because at the same time, it's gonna reflect on your spirituality, but it's also going to reflect on your mental energy as well, which is ever so important. You're gonna become so thirsty for a knowledge, for something, to find out even more, to find out even further, almost as if you are going to really kind of rediscover yourself. You're going to rediscover yourself. This is gonna almost it's gonna lead towards, on one hand, you becoming so excited, but then on another hand, it's also gonna lead towards your inner harmony, because you've been restless for a while, my gorgeous Virgolini. So this is gonna lead towards a personal, honestly, a personal celebration. And you need to understand that this is a very sacred time that you're going through right now, especially when it comes to your transition. This in itself, listen to me very carefully. This is so important for you to connect to and for you to understand, because this is on one hand going to bring exactly what is missing in your life in terms of happiness, okay? But on another hand, this is also in as little as 6 months time, exactly 6 months later, you are going to be going through something so major. In exactly 6 months, this is gonna explode, and this is gonna change your life. It is going to change the whole direction of your life in the best possible way. The whole direction is going to be changed, which means that you have been plodding along on a certain kind of path, and you've been thinking, oh, this is the destination where I want to get. In 6 months time, this is all gonna change, and the destination where you want to get, it's gonna be completely different. And this is why this life is so magical as well, as long as we allow it to be. We are changing every day, every week, every month, every year. So of course that our ultimate change, our ultimate destination is always going to be changing. There is nothing wrong with this whatsoever. The next six months are going to be the most busiest 6 months of your entire life, and in the next 6 months you're going to find out more about yourself than throughout your whole lifetime. This is so important. Oh my God, I cannot even explain this whatsoever. So it's not only about, oh yeah, I'm inspired and this and that. No, baby, no. On one hand, you're gonna understand the power of those people in your life. You're gonna understand what power they have, what impact and influence on our life they actually have and they can have. And you're gonna love this, because it's gonna be proved to you once again who you can trust to, who you cannot trust to, who makes you feel amazing, who doesn't make you feel amazing, who you need to move on from, who do you need to go towards. Oh my God, so much is going to be happening, but it's going to be absolutely brilliant. So what you need to understand, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's not only about, oh yeah, discovery, inspiration, I find myself in the right place at the right time, baby. No, baby, no. It's about this going and forward, and within the next 6 months, momentum, oh my God, this is going to be mental in the best possible way, because in exactly 6 months you are going to have a massive reason to have a huge party here. It's to do with recognition, huge victory, amazing progress in life. But also you need to understand that this is going to lead towards your turning point. The next 24 days, okay, the next 24 days, you need to understand that there are going to be so many steady improvements. The next 24 days, my gorgeous Virgolini, listen to me very carefully. Hello. The next 24 days, you are going to have lots of situations and realization where you're going to realize steady progress, steady progress. So it's not going to be huge. It's not going to be enormous. It's not going to be mind-blowing. What am I trying to say to you here? The next 24 days, you're going to become aware of a lot of little situations where you are going to notice steady progress with it, steady progress with that, steady progress with that. Every single time Every single time when you notice that there is a steady progress, something, every single time you need to understand that this is the right timing, absolutely the right timing for you at that moment in time to put some kind of more input in. Don't just leave it there, oh yeah, it's a steady progress. No, baby, no. Every single time within the next 24 days, you need to understand, as soon as you become aware of a steady progress, to also put something additional in, something additional towards it, okay? Because it's still more room to improvement, and it's still more room to grow. This is so important. Like, oh my God, this is so important, because you will see after the 24 days, you're also going to have an important turning point. Look at this. After these 24 days, my gorgeous Virgolini, you are going to have an important turning point, which is pretty much so going to leave you with very, very interesting options and very interesting opportunities, and they're going to be few different ones, and you're going to be like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do now? Like, they're going to be few different opportunities, in exactly 24 days after that, you're going to see few different opportunities that are going to be mind-blowing, every single one. But what you're going to need to do, you're going to need to step back, chill out, and see which one is speaking to you, see which one you feel connected to you the most, and you will see that you will go for the different one, to the one that you wanted initially go to. Okay, and sometimes I'm telling you, yes, you have to be spontaneous, and just spontaneous, and you have to go initially with how you feel. You have to go initially with your intuition to avoid having this moment of you doubting yourself and you questioning yourself. But this now it's slightly different. This now it's going to require from you to step back, and you will see, oh my God, as soon as you chill out for a second or two and think about your option, you will see that you will go for the different one that you wanted to initially go for. And this is where things are going to become so interesting for you, because you are going to find yourself facing a new project, a project that you didn't think that you're going to face at this stage of your life, and it is going to seem like it's a hard work, but at the same time it's important, because you are this is going to be major when it comes to you detaching yourself from a very dark and negative stage. In terms of karma, this is something that you need to do. This is the step that you need to make. Absolutely super important indeed. Indeed, okay? And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, you know what? At the beginning of this week, you're gonna notice like that there is some kind of unusual dream which you are going to have. And in that unusual dream, it can happen like at around the first part of this week, but it could also happen at around the midweek. That particular dream that you're going to have, it's going to be really unusual. And for many of you, you're going to be like, oh my God, I didn't drink in a long I didn't drink in a long time. What is my subconscious mind trying to say here? Now, you're going to think that my gorgeous Virgolini, I don't know what I was going to say now. Yeah. Yes, sorry, sorry. I'm sorry, my gorgeous Virgolini. Yeah, listen. So it's going to happen at the beginning of this week or midweek. Basically, you are going to have this dream, and for many of you, you're going to be like, if many of you are going to be thinking, I didn't dream in such a long time, or I didn't dream like in absolute ages. And this is also going to create a really interesting starting point when it comes to the continuation of dreams that you didn't have in such a long time. Maybe some of you have been dreaming a lot, but this dream, it's going to be really different. It's going to be very special. It's going to be very sharp, and you're going to be able to see things crystal clear. There is somebody who is going to be highlighted in this dream, somebody very special to you, somebody who means to you so much. And that particular person who is going to be highlighted in this dream, first of all, you're not going to be able to understand what is going on, but then again, you are really kind of going to you need to realize that that particular person who is going to be highlighted in this dream is going to need your help. because that particular person is going through something very dark, very negative, and this is somebody who is very vulnerable. Maybe this person is much older and vulnerable due to their age, or maybe that person is much younger and again vulnerable to their age. You will know who this is. You will know who this is. You will know you will know, not that you will know who this is. I mean, I suppose you will know who this is because this is somebody prominent and somebody major in your life, whether this is a family member again, but it is somebody very, very prominent here, okay? And now, when it comes to that specific person, you are really gonna, nothing is gonna be shown in this dream, but you are gonna have a feeling that that person may need your help. And then once you get in touch with that person, you will see that that person needed your help. And then that person is going to tell you something. That person is going to tell you something, and you are going to become aware of something that you're absolutely not going to like. And you're going to realize that you are the only one who can help this person out, who can actually do something about it. And for the love of God, you need to kind of step into it only immediately, but almost immediately, like immediately, as soon as you become aware of this, And then, because this is going to reflect on that person's life, and this is to do with somebody who means to you so much as well. But there is something else that you're going to realize about yourself here, my gorgeous Virgolini, as well. When it comes to that specific person, there is something that you're going to realize suddenly what's missing in your life, and this is going to become like a really nice beacon of light, because what you're going to realize it's missing in your life, it's really going to kind of improve your whole quality of life, and it's going to make everything so much more meaningful. This is to do with something very personal to you, but also to do with something very, very important to you as well. And also, when it comes to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Virgolini, okay, so there is gonna be like, there is gonna be something that you will be waiting for. There is something that you will be waiting for, like some kind of information, and almost as if like you've been waiting for this information for the last 3 months, and you can't make a really important decision because of this information. So you're waiting for some kind of information that you've been waiting for at least the last 3 months, because this is important for you, because otherwise you can't make an important decision. Please, you need to be strong here, because something is going to be slowed down, and that information that you're waiting for, that's preventing you from making an important decision, it's like not going to be happening. Something is going to be negative about it. But you need to understand to keep your guard up, because this in itself is just a temporary distraction. When it comes to this temporary distraction, and I'm telling you that within the next 7 days after that moment in time, you're already going to be doing something within the next 7 days. Later on, you are going to be doing something. You're going to feel like how you want to reorganize your life. It's to do with reorganizing your life, and then suddenly you're going to realize that the results are nearly due, and this is to do with what you're waiting for, and this is to do with like you becoming aware of this information and message and news, which is going to open your eyes, and now you're going to realize, oh, thank God. So this is why you have to keep strong, you have to keep going, you have to keep moving, and you have to keep on kind of like focus on those things that require your energy and your attention, and you will see that the things are going to unfold in the best possible way. Well, I need you to understand that, my gorgeous Virgolin, you're very strong when it comes to your mind, when it comes to manifesting things, and you don't want this to work against you, because if you kind of become disappointed about this news to start with that you've been waiting for, if you go in low dark mode, then you're just gonna like kind of you're gonna slow things down for you, because mentally and spiritually you're ridiculously strong. And I know it's easy for me to say, but all what you need to do is just move on from that just for a little while and just focus on other things, and you will see that there is going to be eventually like a really good message where you will know that the things are moving on, and that is going to be important to you, because you're going to be able to make an important decision. And this important decision that I'm talking about is going to be like really huge. It's going to be really massive indeed, like one of the biggest things you've ever decided, my gorgeous Virgolini, so far. And I know I've been saying you're going to make make big decision, you're going to make big decision, but you have been thinking about big decisions and big changes for a while, and that doesn't mean that it's only one. It means that it's a bit more complex than that. So at least the bottom line is that you've got so much to look forward to. At around the midweek, you're also going to have you're going to feel you are going to have a really kind of a happy surprise, which is going to come in a form of the actual very, very kind of opportunity that you're going to feel almost instantly really creative about. This in itself, it's already going to be a sign that you are regaining control over your life. And this is naturally and organically going to bring a very interesting choices into your life. But there is also going to be a very unusual secret that you are going to find out along the way. This unusual secret that you are going to find out along the way, first of all, it's really going to confuse you, it's going to shock you, but then again, it's gonna really kind of point you towards the way, towards the right path. Like you will know, you will turn towards your own passion right now, and it's gonna lead towards you like kind of realizing exactly something when it comes to like a skill development and realizing like something when it comes to like along the lines like what you need to do when it comes to your skill development at this stage of your life, but also what you need to do when it comes to having higher standards in life in general. Absolutely brilliant indeed, my gorgeous Virgolini. And also, it's like you are really going to kind of when it comes to you're also going to realize that something it's about to start manifesting for you at around the midweek as well. And what is going to start manifesting for you, it's a lot about things that you've been desiring, and it's also like kind of what is going to manifest for you, what is going to start to manifest for you. It's more going to come in a way of like, oh my god, this is pretty much so to do with the long-term success. And that in itself, it's not only about like, okay, something is starting to manifest for you, which is absolutely brilliant. It's to do with the long-term success. It's to do with something that you've been doing and working on for so long now, but now it's about to go on the next level. And that's why I'm saying something is about to start manifesting for you. And that means it's not about manifestation, but it's more about what exactly more do you need to contribute now at this stage of your life. It's so important to understand what exactly do you need to contribute, and this in itself, it's a lot to do with your desire. And look at this, my gorgeous Virgolini, and it's going to lead towards, look, you're doing absolutely the right thing when it comes to your inner happiness, when it comes to your healing, when it comes to you doing the right thing. And it's going to lead, again, you see this intuitively, you will know that this is going to have an absolutely huge, massive impact on your life. By the time you get to the last part of this week, oh my god, you need to kind of pay attention to this. You need to pay attention to your diet. Your body is going to be talking to you. Your body is going to be speaking to you. There is something about your diet that you are going to need to change. There is something about your diet that you are going to need to change. Something that you are doing or not doing, but it's making you persistently tired. Okay, so you're going to realize your body is going to be talking to you. Listen to me very carefully. This is so important. You're going to realize that you're going to need to change something about your diet because you're doing something that's making yourself tired. And also you're going to realize that something is missing in your diet as well. Perhaps this is to do with a certain vitamin, maybe it's to do with a certain mineral. You just need to see how you're going to feel and what your body is trying to make you aware of, So this is quite important because you're going with this flow, and there is a lot going to come through your subconscious mind, through your pineal gland, and this is the time to, this is something that you just absolutely must not ignore, because it's going to not only heal your body, but it's also going to be so beneficial for your spirit, for your soul, indeed. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, at around the end of the week, it's like fantastic. week, because I like this so much. Something was standing in your way for way too long. Something was some kind of problem here, because you are at around the end of the week, you are going to have this courage, this mind-blowing courage, to deal with something that has been standing in your way for so long with some kind of problem, but you didn't know how to deal with this problem. So now this is the first time that you're actually going to have a courage to deal with this problem, and you're really going to have surprised yourself. It's just so important for you to understand what this problem is exactly, why this problem was affecting you so much, because this problem, it's not only going to make you so much more courageous later on, but this is gonna, the outcome of all this, you're gonna become so much more confident, you're gonna become much more focused, you're gonna have this zest for life you didn't have in absolute ages, that was affecting your determination, that was affecting your happiness. And also at the same time, my gorgeous Virgolini, this is going to lead towards your own independence. But you just need to understand that you have to be really persistent here, So you are going to have a courage to deal with something that, affected you so badly and made you really struggle, and made you really defensive. It made you really paranoid. It made you really exhausted. It made you feel like you are having a lack of motivation. This problem, it's like, oh my God, look at it when I kind of take a tarot card and I'm thinking about what this problem actually is, my gorgeous Virgolini, what this problem actually is. It's just you maybe haven't been, starting something. This was preventing you from moving on with life and starting new projects. But this is more to do with something that you really have to be honest with yourself. Really have to be honest with yourself. And I really think it's to do with the specific person or a specific group of people that karmically have seen this before. And karmically, when it comes to you, my gorgeous Virgolini, and karmically it has come to an end. The journey in between you and somebody else has karmically come to an end. And whether this is your partner, whether this is one of your friends, whether this is one of your colleagues, or whether this is to do with your work, or where you are going persistently, you were aware of this. You were aware of this, you knew this, and maybe you haven't been honest with yourself, but now it's time to stop, to think about it, to ground yourself a little bit, to recenter yourself, and do something about it. You need to be honest with yourself, because this in itself is preventing you to move on. It's preventing you to be happy. It's preventing you to be independent. But it has gone on for such a long time in your life that you've almost got used to it. You see, you almost got used to it. And after that moment in time, my gorgeous Virgolini, look, this is like you are kind of preventing yourself to experience your life the way you should experience your life. And someone is having such a negative impact on you, where you got used to maybe not being yourself when you should be yourself. And that's very easy, to get used to not being yourself only because someone is making you feel so intimidated, So I know it sounds really horrible, my God, but you know what I mean? This is going to be your time when you need to realize this, be honest with yourself and break free. Because after that moment in time, there is going to be so much more of a mental clarity that you are going to have, and so many more new ideas as well. And on another note, one more thing I was going to say, Karma Mama, it's about to come back, my gorgeous Virgolini. Karma Mama, it's about to come back when it comes to you. There is something that you have given to someone, There is something that you've given to someone not that long ago. And what you have given to someone, it helped that person more than you could have possibly imagined. You knew that somebody needs a help, a while back. You knew that somebody needed a help, and you spoke to that particular person, and then now you are going to get something back karmically from that particular person. So the bottom line is that someone is really going to surprise you, and someone is going to give something to you right at the end of the week. But you need to understand that this is your sign, and indication what an impact you have made on this person's life. But most importantly, you know, you are really going to start having new feelings, you know, towards that particular person. But when I say that you're going to start having new feelings towards that particular person, I really mean in such a way where maybe you've lost a connection with that particular person and now you're going to reconnect. And this is ever so important. This is ever so important, and you will see exactly why. Because that particular person is going to start appearing more and more and more in your life after this moment in time. And each time that person appears in your life, whether you see that person or whether you talk to that person, each time you are going to learn something really specific about yourself. But each time that particular person is going to point something very specific about yourself and about your skills, something amazing that you're not doing. But this particular person is going to be a beacon of light when it comes to you, like realizing something unique about yourself that you haven't done anything about it for absolute ages, and now it's time. You will see how everything is yet again beautifully, beautifully, beautifully connected. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.